From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSN, Sports.net, the Valley Sports Network, and the source for Imperial Valley sports. For John Moreno, this is Vic Carrillo at Cal Jones Field, the home of the Central Spartans, as we're broadcasting the third game of the season for the Central Spartans, coming in with a 2-0 one-loss record, taking on the visiting Palm Desert Aztecs out of the Coachella Valley. We welcome the voice of choice, the real deal, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Well, thank you, Vic. Palm Desert, the old Desert Valley League, which consisted of Coachella and Indio and Cathedral City and La Quinta, and of course the Imperial Valley teams, Calexico, Southwest, El Centro, Brawley. Back in the late 90s grew too big, and so there was like 9 teams, and so they had to separate, and IVL was born again, and Desert Valley League had other schools up there that were popping up all over the place. Palm Desert, over the last several years, has been their best team in the league.
And so that set the domino effect in motion as the Imperial Valley schools left the southern section of CIF to join the San Diego section and San Diego County. So John, tell us a little bit more about tonight's game and the coaching as we look at the screen and we see Shane McComb, the head coach for the Palm Desert Aztecs. His alma mater is Hemet High School. He's in his 7th season, an overall record of 47-19. The record versus Central is 1-0. After being down by 1 point last season in Palm Desert, 14-13 at the half, they came out and ran off 40 unanswered points to win 53-14 over the Central Spartans. And that was one of the few blemishes on the Spartan record last year. They come in with 3 playoff wins in the southern section of CIF and an outstanding program there at Palm Desert. For the Central Spartans, we have David Rookie Peña. His 6th season as the head coach. His alma mater is Brawley Union High School. He's come over to Central and continued with the success that they've enjoyed here under his tenure. 45 wins, 12 losses. They're 0-1 against Palm Desert, that lone defeat being last year. They come into tonight's season looking for their 3rd consecutive game win. They're 2-0, and their Division III rank 2 ranking is number 2. Their playoff wins under the direction of Rookie Peña is 4 wins. They made it to the semifinals last year, falling to the eventual state champion, Scripps Ranch.
And if you want to know more about Rookie Peña, you can watch or listen to the podcast with Will Torres, and you find out who he is. Just an all-around great guy. Grew up in Brawley. Played for the Wildcats, and then went on to college, and then had a family, and so he's done the whole gamut, and here he is having success at Central, and we just congratulate him on the many things that he's done and bringing these nice things to Central.
Well, John, both teams run the spread offense. They're kind of mirror images of themselves. El Centro goes with Damian Rodriguez at quarterback. He's averaging 180 yards a game, 3 touchdown passes per game in the first 2 victories, 48-20 over Mount Carmel, and then coming back and scoring in the 40 points range again against in last week's victory. So tonight, though his counterpart is Brady Clemmer for Palm Desert, he'll be wearing jersey number 12. He likes to give the ball to Demetri Chester, their leading rusher, usually the lone running back in the backfield, and the Spartans counter with that All-Valley great Charlie Sullivan, who not only is a power runner between the tackles, John, but once he gets past the line of scrimmage, he can flash his blazing track-like speed. He ranked 7th in the state last year in the 100 meters with just under 11 seconds flat. And what would you say about Charlie Sullivan and the Spartans?
Well, he's a big part of the Spartan team. He's part of their explosive offense. He can come out on a swing pass, or he can take the ball, a handoff. You also got Skylar Cook. You've got Artie Estrada, Sergio Garcia, and Gavin Marini. All these offensive and defensive players do well, and Rookie Peña has really coached them to where they think and are dedicated as winners here at Central.
That's right. Charlie Sullivan is the key to their running game. We may see a little bit of number 6, Zarian Robinson, still not at 100% on that foot injury that he suffered last year early in the season. Now, Brady Clemmer at quarterback for Palm Desert, along with Chester. He'll be joined with their leading receiver, Cameron Thies, and Daniel Yee, along with Jason Jones. So if you look at, and they also figure to have number 9, Muro, also figuring prominently in their offense.
Touchdown, break.
20-10.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cal Jones Field as the Central Spartans, with a 2-0 one-loss record, hosting the 1-1 Palm Desert Aztecs, as Palm Desert dropped the tough cross-interstate game against Dixie of Utah, and as a result, they come in with a 1-win, one-loss record, but they figure to be prominent contenders for the Desert League. Well, John, let's talk about the role that the Central Spartans have played this year. They've got several skilled players returning from last year that were highlighted throughout the season by Valley Sports Net. And tonight we expect them to be prominent here in the offensive formation and series for the Spartans.
Well, we've got the captains out there, Skylar Cook, Gavin Marini, Lisaola, and Sullivan, who are at the coin toss. And all of these players play an integral role in the success that Central has been having in the last 2 games, beating Mount Carmel the first week, and then last week the Point Loma Pointers, and now a team from the southern section, the Palm Desert Aztecs. And last night, VSN broadcast the Brawley University City game with Ron Rubio and Coach Mike Swearingen. And Coach Mike Swearingen, new to the broadcast, but not new to football, as he was giving a great analysis of the game. I felt like I was on a Saturday morning in September watching film from the previous night with Coach Gutierrez clicking that and talking about formations back and forth and hypnotizing us with the projector screen. So thank you, Coach Swearingen, and thank you, Ron Rubio, for last night's broadcast with Brawley. Brawley came out at the short end of the stick, but nonetheless, a good game up until the third, fourth quarter.
Well,
But go ahead, Vic.
Offensively, the Spartans are going to go tonight with Brennan Havens, number 73, at center. Left to right, they'll go with Michael Taylor, number 61, at tackle. The left guard will be number 68, Nicholas Jimenez. The right guard is number 50, Eli Osuna. And the right tackle will be number 76, Jonah Huerta. Offensively, in the skill set position, they'll go with Damian Rodriguez, number 7, at quarterback. Charlie Sullivan will be the lone running back in this spread offense. He's wearing jersey number 2. And then the wide receivers, they call them X, Y, Z, and H. The Z back is number 3, Sergio Garcia. The X back is Arturo Estrada, number 9. The Y back is number 14, Gavin Marini, and Skylar Cook, number 10, will be the H back, or the H position. So we're getting set for the Tristan Mulahusavjivnovic kickoff.
Okay. That's pretty tough to pronounce, Vic.
Well, I was talking to him down on the field. He appreciated the fact that I wanted to pronounce his last name correctly. He said, just call me Tristan.
Just call him Tristan. Tristan is the kicker.
Or Tristan Mullen. I said, no, I want to try the last name. I can't let John Moreno get off that easy.
So he's last name is Slovenian.
Yes.
Okay. And back to receive, we've got Sergio Garcia and Gavin Marini. as we're underway in a couple of seconds here. Game 3 for the Central Spartans.
Now Tristan Molahusinovic is kicking into the wind here as...
And here we go.
A pooch over to Marini at the 20, drops it, picks it up. Finds room and up to the 37-yard line where the Spartans will take over.
At about the 36-yard line. And Damian Rodriguez gets his troops ready to go.
So Damian Rodriguez, excellent quarterback here in the Imperial Valley, has been leading the Central Spartans to 2 wins. Looking for a third one tonight as he spreads the offense with Cook in motion. And you guessed it, Sullivan,
goes
met at the line of scrimmage.
And he's met immediately by junior number 91 from the defensive line, Herrera, as they go with Herrera, Woody Wilson, Sanchez in the front 3. The linebackers are Jaden Limon, Zachary Gibbs, and Jay Bishop. The defensive backs are Jason Jones, Burdett, and McNeely. And the corners are Diego Plata, Johnson, and Pineda.
2nd and 11. Rodriguez rolling. Marini at the 47. And good enough for a first down, so the move to change for the Central Spartans.
And tackled immediately by number 1 of Palm Desert, Andrew Pineda.
11:08 here, first quarter. We're just getting started. Three receivers to the left side for the Spartans. Top of your screen. A swing pass to Garcia. And a yard there on that reception.
1-yard gain.
Tackled by number 59, Sanchez. Also assisting on the play, number 44, Jaden Limon.
2nd and a long 8.
A pickup of 2 yards on that play. The ball just shy of midfield at the 50-yard line. They're just shut right at the 49. Spartans going left to right on your screen. Aztecs defending the eastern goal.
Damien will give it to Sullivan. And Sullivan loses the football. And picked up by number 60. That is Brian Boulton.
Bryce Bolton.
Bryce Bolton. And they'll turn the ball over to the Palm Desert Aztecs.
Now, if we had replay, did the ground cause the fumble or the tackle?
Well, we're going to check right now.
So Spartans turned the ball over. We got first down for the Aztecs.
As he breaks to the outside, he gets hit.
8-yard line.
But did you see that, Vic?
Well, I saw it, but I can't read lips. A fumble, as declared by our statistician and eyes in New York.
Clemmer spreading the offense for the Aztecs. Going deep over the middle. A man is there, pass is caught, that's Thies. And he will not get into the end zone just yet, inside the 5 to about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Offensively, the Aztecs go with Clemmer, Chester, Thies, Yee, and Jason Jones. And right away on the first play from scrimmage for Palm Desert, they go deep and they find the streaking Thies getting behind the Central secondary to take that pass at about the 15-yard line and advanced it inside the 5. So it'll be a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
Let's go, fans. We need the defense call right here.
Chester in the backfield with Clemmer. Chester gets the handoff. And he's brought down from behind.
The Spartan there, number 56.
56.
That was 56 for the Spartans. Michael Fisher making the stop as the Spartans go with Jared Martin, Israel Rascon, Michael Fisher, and Diego Quesada in the front 4. The linebackers are Sullivan, Rodriguez, and The defensive backs, Robinson, Perez, Estrada, and Skylar Cook. Cook, a returning second-team All-CIF defensive performer last year in San Diego County.
Outstanding athlete, Skylar Cook.
Both Cook and Sullivan receiving major college interest, John, this year as seniors.
Well, they're moving the ball back to the 6. So first and goal from the 6 for the Palm Desert Aztecs. Clemmer looking for
number 5.
Chester is incomplete.
Brings up second down for the Aztecs.
Pressure being applied by number 2, Charlie Sullivan, blitzing from his linebacking position. As a result, it is now 2nd and 10, the ball at the 6-yard line of Central.
Chester is a small running back, but I'm pretty sure we'll wait to see what he can do.
Well, sometimes, John, when they're built low to the ground, they're hard to pick up beyond the line of scrimmage, and they're hard to bring down.
And they hide some, as the play develops. And Chester will get the fake, and the pass to the near sideline will be good
for number 3, and that's Thies, excuse me.
So touchdown, Palm Desert.
So with 9:10 remaining in the first quarter, Palm Desert strikes blood first as they score on that 6-yard touchdown pass from Chester to Thies, and they put 6 points on the board as we get set for the point after attempt by number 81, Tristan Mula Husefnovich.
Well, we'll just call him Tristan. And holding will be the quarterback, Clemmer. And the pass is deflected. And so, 9:10 to go first quarter, 6-0 Palm Desert. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After fumbling on the second play of the game for the Central Spartans on Charlie Sullivan, after what seemed like he picked up a first down, then the Palm Desert capitalizing on that fumble and driving down the field, culminating with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Clemmer to Thies. And now we get set for the kickoff from the Aztecs.
From Tristan. And Garcia and Marini set to receive. It'll go in the direction of Marini at the 19. Breaks one tackle and can't get his momentum back, and so the Spartans at the 22.
Excellent pursuit by Palm Desert there on their kickoff coverage team, as the Spartans will come out once again trying to take advantage of the wind, the westerly wind in their backs to see if it can help their aerial game. As Rodriguez at quarterback, he'll be joining the backfield with number 2, Charlie Sullivan. Split out to the near side is number 3, Sergio Garcia. In the slot, Gavin Marini. On the far side, you have Cook along with Estrada.
So doubles for the Spartans. Cook in motion. 1st and 10. Second series for the Spartans, the Sullivan. And Sullivan will take it to about the 27. Pick up 7 yards or 6 yards.
Brought down by number 10, McNeely of the defensive line of the Aztecs. A pickup of 6 yards on the play. make it a 2nd and 4, the ball at the Spartan 22-yard line. Or make it the 27-yard line. So the spread offense, John, the Spartans like to send 4 receivers into the pass pattern, running deep, intermediate, and short safety valve routes. Let's see who Rodriguez decides to go with on this next play.
On 2nd and 4. Looks like movement on the
offensive line. It looked like number 68, Nicholas Jimenez, a senior that was anticipating the snap count. And as a result, the Spartans will be assessed a 5-yard penalty, making it a 2nd and 9 in lieu of a 2nd and 4.
So a false start on the Spartans, bringing the ball back to about the 28-yard line.
Well, this is
from the 28 to the 23.
2 quick turnovers here in the first half for the Spartans, which is not typical of how they play.
And Damian going deep to the far side. And was that Artie Estrada? Yeah, couldn't hang on to it. He needed a step ladder to catch that one, Vic.
Well, Johnny probably had to go up to the 3rd or 4th rung on a ladder to make that reception. Only 5'9", 155 pounds, Estrada, but a beautifully thrown pass. He got plenty of time from the offensive line of Taylor, Jimenez, Havens, Osuna, and Huerta in their pass protection. So it'll be 3rd and a long 9, the ball at the 23-yard line of the Spartans.
8:05 to go, first quarter. Palm Desert up 6-0. And Damian has time over the middle. Marini is the intended receiver, but almost intercepted there by number 1, Andrew Pineda. So it'll bring the ball back, and the Spartans will have to punt the football.
Very untypical of the Spartan offense, as Rodriguez came into this game completing 80% of his passes after 2 games, and right now misfiring on this offensive series with 2 incompletions. So the Spartans will be punting.
The Spartans, number 25, Miles Rodriguez.
And end over end will take a Palm Desert bounce at about the 48-49. So the Aztecs will take over 1st and 10. Driscoll's since 1979. Surf, skate, embroidery, and silk screening. Driscoll's, where you can find Ratfin merchandise. Driscoll's was located at 1470 State Street in El Centro. The future is bright with cool shades from Driscoll. And for the best burgers in town, it's Burgers and Beer at 260 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Open for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come watch the VSN Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer. So Palm Desert with a 1st and 10 as they get set for their 2nd series. Clemmer, pop pass
And Clemmer throws the ball
to number 8.
That is Evan Blankenship, incomplete pass. We got 2nd.
Kevin
Diego Plata.
No, was it 11? Blankenship. So it goes incomplete. It was really a quick throw on the part of Clemmer.
Well, he was in his tight end, from the tight end position at the line of scrimmage, running a streak pattern. It was a quick hitter, and the pass was too hot to handle.
So 2nd and 10, we'll try it one more time. Clemmer out of the shotgun with Chester. He'll take the handoff and gets about 4.
Still running.
And more as he put in that extra effort, an extra 4 yards. Actually, picks up 9.
Well, the tackle ultimately made by defensive back and captain number 10, Skylar Cook. Offensively for the Aztecs, they go left to right. Bolton, Fuentes, the centers Arciniega, Lane Forte, and Franklin.
3rd and a yard in the first quarter. 7:01 to go. Clemmer rolling, keeping, but decides at the last minute to throw to number 3, Thies.
Slightly underthrown, and Thies had to break from his pattern and try to reach back for the ball, and just not able to do it as his momentum was carrying him forward. So the ball with a 4th and 1, 6:54 remaining here in the first quarter. The ball at the Spartan 38-yard line.
And we need a defensive stance right here for the Spartans.
So doubles formation for the Aztecs of Palm Desert. Chester will get it as he picks up a much-needed 1 yard.
That is Josiel Rodriguez.
They may bring out a measurement.
Jacob de la Rosa.
Wait a minute, he may not have gotten it.
Josiel Rodriguez and Jacob de la Rosa in there to make that stop,
We're going to
combining
get a measurement there to
as
see
the
if it's
ball
short
is
on
at
first
the
down or a first down.
38-yard line. They needed to get to the 37. Let's see.
Imperial Valley College, founded in 1962, proud sponsor of VSN live stream for all Imperial Valley High School sports. IVC, fostering excellence in education for 60 years. And by Esqued Realty, your hometown real estate office in Calexico and serving the entire Imperial Valley. Go see Mark Esqued at Esqued Realty, 357-9707. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. And visit Big Chris at Top Notch Barbershop at 317 Wake Avenue.
And the defense comes through.
Fresh fades, always a cutaway, Top Notch Barbershop. And the Spartans will hold the Aztecs, take over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So the Spartan defense prevails here with 6:50 remaining, and they hold the Aztecs on downs as they tried to go for it on a 4th and 1 from the Spartan 38. And so the Spartans will take over. Rodriguez at quarterback, joined in the backfield with Charlie Sullivan.
Sullivan will find an open hole. Stutter steps. 1st and 10 will pick up 17 yards on that handoff.
Brought down by number 21, Braden Irwin for the Aztecs.
So the Spartans moving the ball like they should be. 1st and 10. At the Palm Desert 43. Cook in the yo-yo. Damian looking for Cook. He's there, but double teamed and incomplete as he's running a straight pattern.
Throwing into double coverage, he was threading the needle. The ball was right there on target. Couldn't hang on as an outstanding defensive effort by number 13, Burdett of the Aztecs, along with number 1, Pineda.
So it'll bring up a 2nd down for the Spartans. Trips left. Sergio Garcia split to the near side. Fumble, and Damian Rodriguez looked like was handing off, decided to keep it from Sullivan, and drops a ball for a 6-yard loss.
So it'll be a 3rd and 10 situation from the 44-yard line. 5:51 remaining here in the first quarter. Palm Desert 6, Central 0.
You know, this 3rd game for the Spartans is, you know, they're not they're not like they normally should be, or what we've seen the last 2 games. 3rd and long. Going deep. A man is open and he can't hang on. That's Artie Estrada running down. Open, and yet somehow drops a football.
While Johnny was trying to
Wait a minute, he caught it. They're moving it up.
Well, it looked like he had possession because he took 2 steps after catching the ball, and then he lost the handle.
But he was already down.
And now the Spartans are.
So that's a 1st and 10, move the change for the Central Spartans. So, no, well, okay, they got a 1st and 10, 1st and goal inside the 10. Damian to Sullivan, and they're keying right on Charlie.
So with 4:51 remaining in the first quarter, controversy here at Cal Jones Field. But the Spartans need to capitalize on that break.
2nd and goal for the Spartans.
At Arctic Air, we know that having the right people on the job is just as important as choosing the best equipment. Our York-trained professionals provide you with top-quality equipment, skilled installation, and an expert analysis of your comfort needs. Contact Arctic Air Conditioning at 352-8855. So 2nd and 11, or 2nd and goal from the 11. Right there to Sullivan in the right flat, and he'll take it to the 6. Pick up a 5 for Charlie Sullivan.
You know, Charlie Sullivan
Got 3rd and goal.
fumbled on his first carry, a turnover, and he's had running opportunities here in this offensive series, and he can't keep his feet under him, but I'm sure he's going to get on track sooner rather than later.
Oh, yeah. 3:44 to go first quarter. The Spartans knocking on the Aztec door.
Sullivan has just too much talent and skill, John, to keep him under
And
wraps.
he's in the Wildcat. And timeout is called. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Third and goal for the Central Spartans here at Cal Jones Field. Game 3 against the Palm Desert Aztecs.
The ball on the 6-yard line, 3:34 remaining here in the first quarter. If you just joined us, Palm Desert 6, Spartan 0.
Damian Rodriguez. Oh, gets brought down, sacked.
Number 10,
For the Aztecs,
or number 60, excuse me, that being
Bryce Bolton.
Bryce Bolton in to make the stop. Going both ways tonight for the Aztecs of Palm Desert. So now it'll be a 4th and goal for the Spartans.
Right about the 17-yard line, Vic.
So a loss of 9 yards on that play.
But Milos Rodriguez will try for the field goal at the 16, 26 and 7, 33-yarder.
Soccer style kicker, the wind's at his back.
And it looks like it'll be wide left.
No good. The Aztecs
So,
take over right there.
with 2:45 to go, that field goal attempt, 33-yard, was no good, and the Aztecs will take over. Have you earned your varsity letter? We'll get your Letterman jacket started today. Call Letterman and Bros at 693-5034. Ask for Dan. Letterman and Bros. And Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Services. You want to stay up to date with the latest Imperial Valley sports coverage? Follow us on Twitter at Valley Sports Net, and make sure you have your post notifications turned on. So the Aztecs now at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Clemmer and Chester in the backfield. Chester going wide. Pick up about 3 yards.
Stopped by the Spartans. Leading the way there was number 69. 59.
So we've seen the Aztecs moving the ball rather methodically tonight, and the Spartans can't get their rhythm going here in the first quarter, but we have 3 quarters of play left with 2:14 to go in this first one.
Davian Hartfield in to make that stop, only a sophomore on that last play.
Play action. And bobbling the ball, but caught. That's Thies in the left flat, gets a first down, and they move the change for the Aztecs, and they'll spot it at the 34. At Jimmy Sanders Incorporated, architecture and engineering is our expertise. Jimmy Sanders is a proud supporter of Imperial Valley football, and he wishes all the Imperial Valley schools a safe and successful season. Brady, rolling, Clemmer. He's getting chased out there in the right flat. There's a penalty flag.
By Spartans. We got a flag on the play.
Holding.
Holding on the Aztecs.
So they're going to bring that one back 10 yards. They're probably spotted at the 24.
Number 22, Jared Martin from his right defensive end position, chasing down Clemmer. There in a holding penalty going against Palm Desert. So from the 34-yard line, they'll take the ball back to the 19, just shy of the 20-yard line. 1:31 remaining here in the first quarter. You know, John, they played last year in their lone matchup under these two coaches. Spartans went in at halftime leading 14-13 and ended up losing the game 54-14 against this Palm Desert team.
Brady Clemmer, screen pass,
Thies.
Chester, Thies.
Oh, you're right, Chester.
Chester.
Good for about 5.
Demetri Chester.
So he'll bring up about 5 yards on the screen pass at the 25. So still 2nd and long for the Aztecs.
Second and long for the Aztecs, and here they come again.
Under a minute to go, folks, first quarter. Clemmer and Chester, and a spread offense for the Aztecs. He slips.
Brady gets sacked in the backfield by number 12, and also in there, number 4,
the sack for the Spartans. And De La Rosa there on the sack.
We got 3rd and a mile for the Aztecs here.
Looks like 3rd and about 25. The ball inside the 20-yard line at the 18.
That would be the end of the first quarter.
And so
Score is 6.
the play won't come off. The end of the first quarter, 6-0 Palm Desert Aztecs. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Tippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Tippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
Well, we've switched sides now. Palm Desert controlling the west goal. And it's a 3rd and 30 for the Aztecs. The ball at the 16-yard line. Clemmer and Chester in the backfield. Clemmer finds Chester over the middle, but not much there.
Tackled by Rudy Liciola, the outside linebacker there to make that stop. So the Aztecs with 11:42 here starting off the second quarter, forced into a punting situation. So Clemmer will be punting. Robinson standing inside his own 40-yard line. Make it the 39 as he awaits the Clemmer punt.
Robinson returns it at the 45, crossing midfield to the Aztec 45, where the Spartans will take over 1st and 10.
About a 10-yard return on that punt.
At Imperial Printers, we are ready to help you with your next project, from business cards to banners and everything in between. Give us a call at 352-1300. What can we print for you today at Imperial Printers? Subscribe to our VSN YouTube channel and follow VSN on Instagram. When it comes to healthcare, Intercare is here to help with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. Formerly Clínicas de Salud, Intercare, improving the health and wellness of the community. There is a penalty flag on the field.
So the Spartans defensively, the Aztecs defensively will go with Pineda, Johnson, Plata, McNeely, Burdett, Jason Jones, along with Bishop, Gibbs, Limon, Sanchez, and Woody Wilson. And the anchor on their defensive line is number 91, Herrera.
Fourth down for the Aztecs.
So a personal foul on Central.
Are they given a first down, or is it still 4th down?
Well, they're moving the ball up, and they'll probably get the down one more time, and this time it's 4th and short, or 4th and 6.
So Clemmer's still in punt formation. He's standing inside his own 25.
Right.
We got timeout, Spartans.
Timeout is called. Marianne Valenzuela is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley, and like a good neighbor, she's located at 122 Main Street in Brawley. Call Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 344-0447 for all your insurance needs. For all your real estate needs, give the Dom team a call. Doug and Andrew at 337-8600. The Dom family has been in the valley since 1908. For business, residential, and farmland real estate, it's the Dom team. And with recycling now more important than ever, CR&R Incorporated has developed innovative and recycling reuse programs. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. Subscribe to VSN YouTube channel and follow VSN on Instagram. And IID is your local public water and energy company providing reliable water service and energy to Imperial Valley 24/7. The IID is keeping the lights on and the water flowing in the Imperial Valley. And by Jesus Cachu Escobar, a proud sponsor of VSN. Jesus Cachu Escobar would like to thank his constituents of District 1, and he wishes all Valley teams a great season. And by Ivy Welding and Mechanical. industrial welding contractor serving the geothermal and all industrial facilities in the Imperial Valley. IV Welding is a proud sponsor of Valley Sports Network. Give Fred a call at 760-482-WELD. And so this punt is not returnable, and the Spartans will take over on downs inside the 30.
Down by Johnson covering on that punt. So the Spartans lose yards on this second punt, and as a result, they'll be starting out at their own 28-yard line. They're going right to left on your visual screen. The Aztecs defending the western goal here at beautiful Cal Jones Field. An ideal scenario for a high school football contest.
10:49 to go, second quarter. 6-0. Palm Desert. Charlie Sullivan. And he's running like a man possessed, crossing midfield to the Aztec 46-yard line. A pickup of at least 25 yards on Charlie Sullivan.
You're correct on that call, John. Running like a man possessed, breaking tackles, making up for his first quarter play. And here he gets a much needed first down, and more importantly, Lady momentum on the Spartan side offensively. The ball at the 48-yard line of Palm Desert.
So good momentum builder for the Spartans. Damian Rodriguez. Quick pass to Artie Estrada, right flat. And they'll take it into about the 36. Another first down for the Spartans. Move those chains.
Key block by number 68, Nicholas Jimenez, as the Spartans pick up their second consecutive first down. Skylar Cook coming here to the near sideline, split to the near side along with Estrada.
So Sullivan and Estrada playmakers in this series of play here for the Spartans. Damian looking. Sergio Garcia, swing pass. And we'll cross the 30 into about the 29. About 7-yard pickup.
So the Spartan offense content when the Palm Desert defense is giving them, John, as they're throwing short passes and letting the skill set of the receivers advance the football for positive gain.
Yeah, and the series of play kind of is building up Central.
Well, Estucci de la Vega would say the wind is a factor, and right now the Spartan offense is going against the wind, trying to throw into the wind, so that might curtail any long pass attempts.
Right. The Spartans and Bob Seeger. Sullivan
gets close.
And about a yard there.
Aztecs.
So that'll bring up a fourth down.
Tackled by number 91, Herrera, as he gets up from the bottom of the pile. Sergio Garcia coming out of the game.
So, it's a third down, 3rd and 3. In the second quarter, 8:16.
And to see some offensive action is number 22, Jared Martin, the tight end.
Sullivan with a wildcat. And he's hit hard, brought down.
Keeps it on that wildcat formation.
Trying to run
Short 4th down for the Spartans.
on the strong side there with a tight end, tackle, and guard. That being Michael Taylor and Nicholas Jimenez, along with Martin, a short gain. It'll be 4th and a short 1. The ball at the 27-yard line of Palm Desert. And Sullivan once again in the wildcat formation.
Going left side, he'll get the first down and take it inside the 20, move those chains for the Central Spartans.
Running behind the blocking of number 76, Jono Huerta, along with Eli Osuna, giving the running lane necessary for Sullivan to pick up that first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Nico Viesca.
Viesca now in there. Looking for Artie Estrada. Can't get it. Guarded by number 13, Miles Burdett.
Burdett covering on Estrada. Estrada running a post pattern, and the ball slightly overthrown. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Aztec 19-yard line. Spartans down by a score of 6-0. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Boy, that wind's getting pretty strong up here. And here we thought with less papers we'd be doing better, but
it's cooled us off up here. I'd rather have the wind than the soupy weather that we've been experiencing the last couple of days. You feel like you're in a bowl of caldo de res. Damian Rodriguez, Viesca. Damian looking and throwing on the run, but he was brought down. Number 10.
McNeely making the stop on him.
So a 3rd and 10 for the Central Spartans. $6:54 to go in the 2nd quarter.
So Rodriguez and Sullivan back in the backfield. Rodriguez with the orange shoes and Sullivan with a neon green. And a timeout called by Centro.
So with 6:53 to go, the score 6-0, Palm Desert. Tony and Patricia Ojeda serving the Imperial Valley for all your industrial and agricultural needs, hydraulic service and repair. Ojeda Industries, located in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. And by Havens Landscaping for all your rock and landscaping materials needed for your home or business. Give Havens a call at 760-352-6735. You want to stay up to date with the latest in Imperial Valley sports coverage? Follow us on Twitter at Valley Sportsnet and make sure you have post notifications turned on. So the Spartans with a 3rd and 10, Vic, inside the 20. What do you think Coach Peña will be calling in this critical play?
Well, their short passing game has been effective. The running of Charlie Sullivan as well, particularly here in the second quarter. They kind of shot themselves in the foot with 2 miscues in the first quarter that could have resulted in scores. And as a result, there was a little frustration in the Spartan in the first quarter.
But in this situation, you go with your bread and butter, Vic.
And that's Sullivan.
And he's back there. Are we ready? Are we starting?
J.J. Jackson, the white hat, serving as the head referee.
And we'll get you some updated scores as soon as they bring them to us. Cetis and Calexico, Vincent and Al Cajon will be coming up soon. So 14-0 Bulldogs with 7:43 to go in the half. 7-0 Gila Ridge over Southwest, and Vincent Memorial 7-0 over El Cajon Valley, and they're up in the cool weather.
And here come your Spartans, 3rd and 10.
Fake the dive to Sullivan, looking over the right side to Sergio Garcia. Incomplete.
So we'll get set with a 4th down. 4th and 10. They have 2 chances to get a first down here, let alone a touchdown, John. But need to get that first down and move those chains to keep this drive alive. The ball at the 19-yard line of Palm Desert.
Spartans are going for it. Damian Rodriguez over the middle looking for Skylar Cook.
For Cook, there
Is
a flag
incomplete.
on the
But there's a flag on the play, John. It might be a personal foul called on number 10, McNeely. It was thrown at the quarterback's feet.
And coach J.J. Jackson is talking to McNeely right now.
We
Holding.
got a holding against the Spartans.
That penalty will be declined.
First down, Aztecs.
And so the Palm Desert Aztecs are taking over. 6:44 to go in this halftime. Or rather, in the second quarter.
Now Central Bail Bonds welcomes us and loves to help, as does Gentleman's Barber. Good dental.
Driscoll's since 1979. Surf, skate, and embroidery silk screening at Driscoll's, where you can find Radfin merchandise. Located at 1470 State in El Centro. The future is bright with cool shades from Driscoll's. Clemmer to Chester, right up the middle, and finds a big hole for a pickup of 15 yards on the carry, taking it to the 35.
Running behind the blocking of Bolton, Fuentes, Arciniega, along with Forte and Franklin. The offensive line getting some movement there in the trenches against the Central defensive line. 1st and 10, the ball at the 36-yard line of the Aztecs.
Clemmer going again to Chester as he runs right there to about the 49-50-yard line. Another pickup of 15 yards.
Chase from behind, Jared Martin, number 22, making that tackle, but not until Chester was able to pick up a first down right at midfield.
He's small, he's hard to see, he's hard to find, but he's quick and he's fast and he gets out open right away. 1st and 10 at midfield.
Split to the near sideline is number 3, Feast.
They're going to go again with Chester.
And Dimitri gets tackled by 2.
This time he'll pick up 3.
Sullivan.
Charlie Sullivan, number 2, the middle linebacker, making the stop there. Pickup of about 2 to 3 yards. Make it 3, make it 2nd and 7.
5.5 minutes in the second quarter. And spreading out the offense as the Palm Desert Aztecs have been doing all game. Chester again.
And Dimitri gets
Nothing there.
hit for a loss.
For the best burgers in town, it's Burgers and Beer at 260 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Open 7 days a week and serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come watch the VSN game of the week at Burgers and Beer. And by Imperial Valley College, founded in 1962, a proud sponsor of VSN's live stream for all Imperial Valley High School sports. IVC, fostering excellence in education for 60 years. So a 3rd and long for Palm Desert. Clemmer rolling, pressure, lets it go.
Incomplete pass. And there
You
he
bring
was
up
for
a 4th down
22.
now.
That was Jared Martin applying pressure there from his right defensive end position. It'll be 4th and 6. The ball at the Spartan 48-yard line. Back to punt, number 12,
Tristan.
Clemmer.
Oh, Clemmer.
Brady
Tristan is the
stays in for the
place
kick
kicker.
here.
Zarian Robinson standing inside his own 15-yard line.
End over end. Robinson will let it go as it rolls to the 10. And Central will take over with 4:19 to go in this first half. Esqued Realty is your hometown real estate office in Calexico and serving the entire Imperial Valley. Go see Mark Esqued of Esqued Realty, 760-357-9707. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. And by Top Notch Barbershop. Visit Big Chris at 317 Wake Avenue in El Centro for a one-of-a-kind haircut. Fresh fades, always a cutaway, top-notch barbershop. So Central way back in their own territory. Number 35, that's Viesca,
Viesca.
and will not go anywhere. He's met at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard.
Trying to run behind the blocking of Michael Taylor and Nicholas Jimenez, but ran into a wall there of Woody Wilson, Herrera, and Sanchez. Pickup of 1. It'll be a 2nd and 9 from the Spartan 11. 3:51 remaining here in the first half.
Viesca now in the backfield with Damian Rodriguez at the shotgun. Damian Rowland this way, looking. Skylar Cook in the left flat, caught. No, it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down for the Spartans.
And
Ball jarred loose by Peñeda. And the pass falls incomplete. I don't think the Spartans were overconfident coming into tonight's game, John, but they seem kind of flat here in the first half.
yeah, it's not the Spartans we've seen the last couple of weeks.
Right.
Sullivan back in there. There is Artie Estrada, and he'll take it to about the 18. Not quite enough for a first down. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, they needed to get to the 21.
And it looks like, yeah, it's very close, Vic. Yep, like I said, they're giving the first down. They're going to move the chains.
Okay.
So a first down for Central with 3:28 to go in the second quarter. A little movement there to build their momentum.
Well, 3:28 remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, they haven't brought in the yard marker. It's still back there. Are they going to look for a measurement? They called for a first down. Now they're not moving the chains.
J.J. Jackson confirmed it's a first down.
Okay, so first and goal. I mean, first and 10 for Central. At Arctic Air, we know that having the right people on the job is just as important as choosing the best equipment for your comfort needs. Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating at 352-8855. Damian and Charlie. Charlie gets the handoff and is brought down for a loss.
Hit immediately by McNeely, number 10.
Lost a couple yards in the play. 2nd down for the Spartans.
It'll be a 2nd and 12 for the Spartans. 2:44 remaining here in the second quarter. Palm Desert 6, Central 0.
So Damian Rodriguez with 3 receivers on the right. Sergio Garcia split to the near side. That's Artie Estrada looking for him on the near side, incomplete. And there's get too much pressure on the line.
Number 91, Herrera, they're applying the pressure. So the Spartans faced with a 3rd and long, 2:10 remaining. We'd like to remind our viewing and listening audience that George Marquez will be our halftime guest, so stay tuned and join us.
George Marcus running for district attorney. 2:10 and counting in the second quarter. Spartans need a big play here with a 3rd and 12. Damian going to the right. Almost intercepted the pass intended for Sergio Garcia. Incomplete. And now it'll bring up a 4th and long from way back at their 19-yard line. So the Spartans couldn't get anything going at this series of play. They'll have to punt the football away.
So coming into the ball game is number 25, Miles Rodriguez.
So Miles Rodriguez, number 25, punting for the Spartans. And back here we have 13. And it'll go over the heads of the returners. What a good punt. It'll be picked up inside the 30 and going to the far sideline at the 50.
That was number 7, Daniel Yee, picking up the football.
And being dropped at the 50, but is there a flag? No.
Some of the players are wearing yellow shoes, John, so you think sometimes it's a flag being thrown.
Holding on the Aztecs. It'll be tacked on from the spot.
So there was a penalty, Vic. And they're moving it back into Palm Desert territory with 1:50 to go. It looks like right at the 35. So 1st and 10 for Palm Desert at the 35.
So the Spartans defensively going with Martin, Rascon, Fisher, Quesada, Sullivan, Rodriguez, Lisaola, and De La Rosa. Robinson, Estrada, and Skylar Cook.
Clemmer and Chester in the backfield. Takes a dive. Over the middle. Man is open.
That's Thies.
Thies will catch the football at the Spartan 25. A big play for the Aztecs.
No huddle offense as they're hurrying up, trying to get the right combination on the field.
142, 137 already. The clock is ticking. Clemmer, Roland gets pressure. And looking for number 5, that's Chester, is incomplete. So that'll stop the clock with 1 minute 21 seconds to go, first half.
A 2nd and 10, the ball at the Spartan 25-yard line. Palm Desert 6, Central 0.
And the defense
So
needs to make a stand right here.
The Aztecs spreading the offense. Clemmer, Chester in the backfield. Clemmer with a shotgun, shoots it over the middle, pass, crossing route to number 2. Johnson goes incomplete, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10. But stopping the clock with 1:16.
Well, you know, their passing game employed by Palm Desert, very similar to the spread offense utilized by the Central Spartans.
Where the students at?
So 3rd and 10.
Aztecs coming with 3, split to the near sideline.
Clemmer in the shotgun. He'll keep it and crosses the 25 to the 24, but a flag is thrown.
56 is Michael Fisher.
Holding against Palm Desert.
Michael Fisher, number 56, the defensive tackle, with a stop there on Clemmer. So faced with a 4th and 10, it'll be a 3rd decline, so it'll be a 4th down for the
Aztecs.
Is it 4th down or 3rd down?
We got 4th down.
Okay, it is a 4th down, 4th and 10.
106.
The ball at the Spartan 25.
4th and about 9 for the Aztecs.
A little over a minute to go.
To come up again for this down.
And the Aztecs Same formation. Chester in motion. Clemmer looking to the left. The pass is caught. Left flat. Number 3. That is Thies. And not enough for the first down, so the Spartans will get one more shot as we go into the end zone with 1 minute to go.
The Spartan defense prevails, so kudos to the Spartans as they'll take over on downs. The ball at their own 20-yard line. They have to travel 80 yards to hit pay dirt.
It's been done before.
Charlie Sullivan has an 83-yard touchdown run against first game of the season against Mount Carmel.
And once he got past the line of scrimmage, it was all open field. So Damian and Charlie in the backfield for Central. A minute to go. Damian rolling out of the pocket. Artie Estrada. Artie gets a first down. Will take it to the 39. Catching the ball in traffic, Vic.
A nice button hook or turn in by Estrada, and the pass was right on the number 9 of his jersey. 1st and 10 Central.
Damian. Pop pass. Sergio Garcia.
And that is Bubba's Garcia.
And nothing there.
Horde of Aztecs bringing him down.
Timeout is called
Spartans.
with 26 seconds to go.
26 seconds.
Reach Medical Response Service. Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Service. By Jimmy Sanders, architecture and engineering is our expertise. A leader in design, development, and delivery, Sanders is a proud supporter of Imperial Valley football, and we wish all our Imperial Valley schools a safe and successful season. Remember what Dippy Duck says, never swim in canals and always conserve energy during peak hours, especially days like today. And by Imperial Printers. From business cards to yard signs, everything in between. What can we print for you today at Imperial Printers? And by Intercare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, Intercare is here to help locations throughout the Imperial Valley. Formerly Clínicas de Salud, Intercare, improving the health and wellness of the community. Subscribe to our VSN YouTube channel and follow VSN on Instagram. Second and 11 at the 37. Spartans. Damian rolling. Steps up over the middle. Sergio Garcia in the seam, fumbles the football, but was he down?
Catches the ball. They say he is down by contact.
He was down, according to Sal Carrillo.
First down, Spartans.
Sal Carrillo, the head lineman here on the home side.
But they're overruling Sal Carrillo. I guess it's a turnover.
Yeah.
It's a fumble. And after the contact, after the reception, and Palm Desert with 16 seconds remaining here in the second quarter will take over at their own 42-yard line.
First down,
Yeah, we need to get instant replay at VSN. I think that would be a game changer. So 1st and 10 for Palm Desert with 16 seconds, Vic. They're going to air it out. They're going to go with it. They're at their own 42-yard line.
Well, they have the wind to their back, John. They have nothing to lose. They have a 6-point lead.
And Clemmer breaks him out of the huddle.
Thies in motion.
Clemmer steps up. Still looking. Airs it out. And only where a Spartan could get it, Skylar Cook.
Skylar Cook with 3 interceptions thus far in the first 2 games, not able to come up with that one.
Second down for the Aztecs.
7.4 seconds remaining. Time for at least one play, possibly two, if it's a quick pass and out of bounds.
But they're going deep. They're going all the way down, Vic.
So this might be the final play of the first half. Palm Desert 6,
And
Central
Clemmer
0.
is under center. He'll take a knee, and that will be the end of the first half with the score. Palm Desert 6, Central 0. Marianne Valenzuela is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley, and like a good neighbor, she's located at 122 Main Street in Brawley. Call Marianne Valenzuela Fenley for all your insurance needs. 344-0447. We'll be back
At
with
Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Just stay away and you'll stay alive.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a packed house here on the Spartan side of the ball at Cal Jones Field as the Central Spartans coming out for the second half, looking to redeem themselves after a scoreless first two quarters as they find themselves on the short end of a 6-0 ball game against the Palm Desert Aztecs out of the Coachella Valley. We welcome back Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Well, Vic, this is a second half tonight. The Central Spartans kind of, we expected more from them, let's say, in the first half. We expected more from the Spartans, but I think we've got a battle in the trenches. This line is not giving Damian Rodriguez and company time to develop a play. And so that's causing problems for the Central Spartan offense.
Well, John, there's a lack of consistency in the passing game. The line is blocking. Rodriguez does have time, and he's just overshooting his receivers. I don't know if the wind is a factor here that's causing those football to go awry. As far as the running game is concerned, Sullivan looks like he's getting untracked, and then he loses the handle on the football, and as a result, the turnovers have stifled the Spartan offensive drives. But they're looking to turn it around in these next 24 minutes as we get set for the Miles Rodriguez kickoff. He's getting his final instructions from the Spartan sideline.
Daniel Yee and Stansberry. Stetson Stansberry for the Aztecs set to receive the Milos Rodriguez kickoff. A pooch be fielded and fallen on at the 26.
For the Aztecs.
And falling on it is Jacob Ochoa.
So the Spartan defense led by Jared Martin, Israel Rascon, Fisher, Quesada, De La Rosa, Sullivan, Rodriguez, and Lizaola, along with Robinson, Nehemiah Perez, Arturo Estrada, and Skylar Cook, everything on the defensive end from his safety position. A second-team All-CIF performer last year is a junior, receiving college interest this year. Comes into tonight's game with 3 interceptions to his credit in the young season.
That is
to Chester.
Chester right there. And he'll take it 8 yards.
Hit by Cook along with number 12 of the Spartans. That's Josiel Rodriguez and Charlie Sullivan. So the first 3 minutes of the second half, John, will say a lot how the outcome of this game will be determined. Hand off to Chester, up again. Running behind the blocking of Bolton and Fuentes. Faced with a 2nd and 2. Are they indicating that he has a first down? I don't see that yet. Yes, he did. Move those chains. The ball at the 36-yard line of Palm Desert. They're going left to right on your screen. Spartans in all royal blue uniforms with white trim. The Aztecs in white with red numbers and black helmets.
Clemmer to Chester. Spins at 40 and brought down for a pickup of 4.
Tackled by a host of
Sullivan and number 40, Jacob De La Rosa, making the stop there, along with number 12 of the Spartans, Josuel Rodriguez. Spartan defense led by Joey Denton.
10:25 and counting, third quarter.
An able assistant of
Palm Desert spreading him out.
Rookie Pena and his coaching staff.
Clemmer to Chester.
Looks like a trap inside.
And it'll pick up 4.
That was Sullivan making the stop there, the initial hit, helping out Lisaola, number 32, assisting on the play. A pickup of about 7 yards. It'll make it a 3rd and 3.
So the Aztecs finding some room here, gaining some yardage.
Well, they've got the wind to their backs, John. I'm surprised they're not passing the ball.
You can't bring Chester down with an arm, and that's Skylar Cook bringing him down across midfield to about the 48.
And a pickup of a first down to keep this drive moving as they move the chains as he crosses midfield. A pickup of about 12 yards on the play.
So a first down for Palm Desert.
I was going, that's okay.
So Clemmer pointing. And gives it to Chester, and he finds nothing as he's met by a wall of Spartans. So a loss of a couple for the Aztecs.
And there was number 32 there for the Spartans. Rudy.
The Spartans need to focus one play at a time defensively to try to get the ball back for their offense, giving them good field position. But right now, their Aztecs are faced with a 2nd and 12, the ball at the Spartan 48-yard line.
And there's Clemmer. Left flat, pass is caught there by number 3, Thies. And they'll spot it at the 40.
Thies knocked out of bounds by number 14 of the Spartans.
Offensive pass interference.
Gavin Marini.
Illegal block.
Oh, that was an illegal block, I guess.
For the Aztecs, it's coming back.
So they're going to spot it back in Aztec territory.
So a positive gain by Thies, number 3, all for naught, as the penalty yardage is marked off against the Aztecs, taking them back across midfield, back into their own territory. The ball now settled at the 41-yard line of Palm Desert. So it'll be a 2nd and about 21.
He's got trips right. Man in motion going the opposite direction. Over the middle pass, caught. Thies again, almost to the, well, past the original line of scrimmage, about 4 yards up to the 44.
Brought down by number 9, Artie Estrada, as he split the seam in the zone, and he was found on the crossing pattern expertly by Clemmer, the quarterback. So it'll be a 3rd and about a long 7-yard line. 7 yards to get a first down.
7:57 to go, 3rd quarter.
They need to get to the 37 of the Spartans.
In this defensive struggle. Clemmer and Chester. Clemmer rolling the other way. And he's sacked at the behind the line of scrimmage to the original line of scrimmage, brought down for a loss.
Great job by the defense.
And that was number 51 leading the attack.
We got 4th down.
Plays like that can boost the confidence of.
Well, I take it back. 52 Anthony Valladolid leading the charge along with Jared Martin and Jacob De La Rosa. So a whole horde of Spartans in there rising to the occasion defensively. So as we await the Clemmer punt, you have Zarian Robinson standing inside his own 20 at the Spartan 18, trying to bring some life into the offensive efforts of the Central Spartans here. Hopefully a punt return will give them some excellent field position.
So they're removing Clemmer and bringing someone else in to punt. That's number 30. 31.
For the Spartans, number 6.
Jacob Ochoa. A low punt. It'll take a Palm Desert bounce up to about the 20. So the Spartans, you know, had some good defensive plays in the last series.
Well, they prevailed there, John. So with 6:48 remaining here in the third quarter, Central down by a score of 6-0 will take over at their own 21-yard line.
CR&R Incorporated, environmental services. With recycling now more important than ever, CR&R Incorporated has developed innovative and recycling reuse programs. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. And by IID, your local public water and energy company. The IID is keeping the lights on and the water flowing in the Imperial Valley. So back to Damian Rodriguez, Charlie Sullivan. He'll take the handoff.
And Sullivan keeps the ball.
And will take it to the 23.
For a gain about a 1.
Brought down by number 10 of the Aztecs, McNeely, playing the outside position on the defensive line. Sullivan, a pickup of 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 8 from the Spartan 23. Central 0, Palm Desert 6. Offensively, the Spartans go with Taylor, Jimenez, Havens, Osuna, and Huerta, the front offensive line.
And Damian Rodriguez, one of the top quarterbacks in the Imperial Valley. Hopefully waiting for something to happen, he'll make it happen to our Artie Estrada with a first down and more, still on his feet, crisscrossing to the 47-yard line and move those chains all the way to the 46. And that is much needed for the Central Spartans.
A little dump and run to Estrada. Pineda had him out on the flat by about the 30-yard line, but a juke and fake to his left him in his cleats, and as a result, Estrada was able to advance the ball to the Spartan 46-yard line. Pickup of 26 yards on the play.
Skylar Cook in motion this way and yo-yoing. Charlie Sullivan needs to get past the linebackers and does so, but falls into the Palm Desert 49-yard line.
Excellent block being thrown by the pulling guard, Nicholas Jimenez, along with Brennan Havens, the center, giving Sullivan that running lane. A pickup of 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and a short 5 for the Spartans at the 49-yard line of the Aztecs. 4:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Palm Desert 6, Central 0.
Damian Sullivan going to the outside. Stiff arms. Lowers his shoulders, gets a couple.
Positive yards for the Spartans.
And brings up a 3rd and short.
That was Jason Jones slowing him up out there in the flat area. Sullivan not able to get untracked. It'll bring a short 3rd and 2 for the Spartans.
3rd and about 2.
The ball at the 46-yard line of the Aztecs.
4 minutes to go, the third quarter. Everybody's in tight. Charlie Sullivan gets that first down, so move the chains for the Spartans. They'll spot the ball at the Palm Desert 44.
Running behind the blocking of Brennan Havens and Nicholas Jimenez, Sullivan picks up the necessary yardage up the gut of the Aztec defense, led by McNeely and Herrera.
We got an injured player for the Aztecs.
So one of the Palm Desert linemen with a cramp.
That was number 60, Bryce Bolton, jogging off the field. Still early in the preseason, John, even though we have this cool breeze, a strong breeze up here, the players out on the field still experiencing that dehydration that causes those cramps.
And Damian has changed the formation but Charlie Sullivan is running and gaining ground with another first down inside the 35. And looks like there's an injured Palm Desert Aztec. Maybe a cramp. So 1st and 10. The Central Spartans with excellent field position in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes. Okay. Here we go.
So the Spartans face with a 1st and 10 at the Aztec 33-yard line. Wildcat formation. Sullivan with a snap.
He'll make it happen.
And
he'll get it 8, 9 yards.
For a gain about 8 on the play.
While running behind the blocking of Huerta and Osuna, along with Havens, John, they're starting to use their muscle and their heft.
Brendan Havens.
As you mentioned earlier, the battle of the trenches is going to determine the outcome of this game.
And that's what it's been a struggle all the way. Here in the 3rd quarter, we're seeing some good things coming from the Central Spartans with under 1:50 to go. Charlie Sullivan.
Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. That was McNeely, Wilson, and Herrera, along with Sanchez, making that stop. So good old-fashioned smash mouth football, John, mano a mano.
Yeah, Damian Rodriguez brought everybody in, and they've been used. In fact, it's Charlie Sullivan that's doing the duties, but they're lining up tighter. There's no spread in this offense, and it's just ground and pound.
Well, you know, it's surprising because Charlie has blazing speed when he gets to the outside, and I'm surprised they're not running jet sweeps with him or trying to get him off tackle rather than running right up the middle.
And Charlie Sullivan going to the outside at the 20, and he goes out of bounds
Gets the first down for your Spartans.
and moves it way into the 15-yard line, going in 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Well, I didn't make that call, John, but you would think I was the offensive coordinator here. The eyes in the sky. But Sullivan, just give him a little bit of room, John, and he has deceptive speed when he starts out, and kind of like Marcus Allen from Lincoln High School later with USC. You think you have him, and then you don't.
Well, Marcus Allen played against Brawley that one year in 1978. And the Brawley Wildcats still remember. And the timeout is called. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. We've got some updates for you around the Valley. It's starting the 3rd quarter. Vincent Memorial 21, El Cajon Valley 0, Imperial 20, and Cibola 0 at the half. Gila Ridge Hawks 14, Southwest 7. 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Calexico at halftime 24-0 over Cetis. And Palo Verde 28-0 over Cofa at the half. Damian Rodriguez spreading out the offense. Rolling, looking. Pass is caught. Marini. Does he get that? He'll get the first down. He'll take it inside the 5.
First and goal for the Spartans.
So it'll be a first and goal for the Central Spartans with 44 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The best offensive thrust in deep into Aztec territory that the Spartans have enjoyed in this ball game.
And here comes the cavalry.
35 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Damien brings no, that's Charlie Sullivan with a Wildcat. He'll take it and gets really close. Touchdown, Central. Charlie Sullivan from his Wildcat takes it from about 5 yards out and puts the Spartans on the board.
Well, the seventh touchdown of the early season for Charlie Sullivan, as he had 3 against Mount Carmel and then 3 last Friday against Point Loma. And here he adds to his overall total.
With Milos Rodriguez kicking into the wind.
With a 4-yard Wildcat scamper up the gut of the Aztec defense.
And that could be a factor with it. It's good. So 18 seconds to go, third quarter, 7-6 Central. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Back to receive Stenson Stansberry and Daniel Yee. Milos Rodriguez getting set to kick off for the Central Spartans. 18 seconds to go, third quarter. It'll be pooched. And bringing it up the field, Daniel Yee.
And so a rejuvenated Spartan team. After that 4-yard burst up the middle from the Wildcat position by Charlie Sullivan and splitting the uprights, Milos Rodriguez to give the Spartans a 1-point lead, 7-6. The Aztecs will take over with 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the ball at their own 27-yard line.
Rejuvenated is right, Vic. This was what the Spartans needed to get back in this game.
Well, not only that, John, they got the crowd back into the ballgame.
We've got a packed house here tonight.
That's right. Friday Night Lights on VSN.
Chester, a few yards, close to 4 or 5.
And it looks like that'll be the last play of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter, 7-6 Central. Your County Supervisor District 1, Jesus Cachu Escobar, is a proud sponsor of VSN. Jesus Escobar would like to thank its constituents of District 1, and he wishes all the Valley teams a great season. Tonight's game is brought to you by IV Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor, serving geothermal and all industrial facilities in the Imperial Valley. IV Welding, a proud sponsor of Valley Sports Network in El Centro. Call Fred at 760-482-WELD. And listen to Que Pasa Calexico podcast for candid conversations with many of Imperial Valley personalities. Jose Alejos has been hosting the podcast for over 5 years and has interviewed people who have ties to the Valley. Learn, grow, and make the Imperial Valley a better place. Que Pasa Calexico. And by Ojeda Industries. Tony and Patricia Ojeda serving the Imperial Valley for all your industrial and agricultural needs. Hydraulic service and repair located in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. And by Havens Landscaping and rock materials needed for your home or business. Give Havens a call at 352-6735.
Well, John, as we get set for the fourth quarter, it looks like in a very evenly played game, 7-6. Whoever has the ball last in this game may determine the outcome of this contest tonight.
Fakes the dive, a pass over the middle. The pass is caught. Number 2, that's Johnson with a seam route, taking it to the Spartan 37-yard line.
A two-step drop by Clemmer, and right away, having no trouble finding Johnson open down the middle as the Spartans were in zone coverage, and it was like, who gets him?
And that's a quick pass by Clemmer. He's doing it again.
Thies with a reception.
3. Cameron Thies will pick up about 9. It's pretty close to the first down marker. They may move the chains.
First down, Aztecs.
It will move the chains, 1st and 10 for Palm Desert.
Covering on the play, number 9 for the Estrada. So Skylar Cook playing center field, now moving over to right center, over the tight end.
Chester.
And Chester gets tackled again by number
and he'll pick up 6.
59, Davion Hartfield.
And getting closer to the red zone of Central.
So Hartfield in there with a stop.
Down at the 22-yard line. Little flare pass. Number coming the wrong way. That's number 7.
That's Yee.
Yee.
Daniel Yee. And John, that's where we have to bring up Martha and the Vandellas. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Nowhere to hide. Any losing yards on that reception.
10 for the Aztecs.
And we'll go back to the original line of scrimmage.
So the ball at the 21-yard line or 26-yard line of the Spartans. 3rd and 10 for the Aztecs.
Doubles on each side. Clemmer has time, rolling, pressured, and shooting. Looks like number 6.
Jonah
Toland incomplete, and so it'll bring up a 4th down, 4th and 10. Ball at the 27.
Clemmer flushed out of the pocket by Jared Martin. His pass falling in and out of the hands of Toland. So the Spartan Aztecs now faced with a 4th and 10.
So a big time play here for either team, either to hold them on defense or the first down on offense.
They'll probably want to get the ball in Chester's hands, either with a draw or a short flare pass.
And Clemmer looking over the middle, pass is caught there. Johnson.
It looks like he might be short of the first down.
No,
though, John.
He got it. It looks like he's with plenty of room to spare with about 3 or 4 yards.
Oh, they're to the 15, okay.
So they're about the 16-yard line, 1st and 10, Palm Desert.
And Johnson looks like he was shaken up on that play. Might have had the wind knocked out of him as he jogs over to the sideline, clutching his abdomen.
9:28 to go in this football game.
Ball on the 16, and here come the Aztecs.
So split out to the far side is Liam Muro, the wideout.
Uh-oh, there's movement on the right tackle.
We have some movement.
It looked like the right tackle.
That could have been Franklin.
He was moving his shoulders. He was in a 2-point stance, and I think that's what the referee saw.
He probably had so many tunes going through his head, John, he didn't know which one to hum first.
He was dancing like you with the chicken wings, Vic, on at the community center back in the 70s.
Platform shoes, the big bell-bottom plaid pants.
You were the John Travolta before John Travolta. And the white sport coat. So it's a first and 15 now, the ball at the 21. Clemmer and Chester. Doubles. Clemmer with plenty of time, rolling, looking, overthrows his intended receiver, number 7, that's Yee. So it'll come back with a 2nd and 15.
You know, there have been several plays where the offensive line, I don't want to name any culprits yet, seem to be holding on to the jerseys of the on-rushing defensive linemen of the Spartans. I'm surprised that the back judge hasn't picked that up yet. Sometimes that happens when you're
tired.
Where you're watching the flow of the action.
Right.
Or, you know, where you're watching where the ball's going instead of watching what the linemen are doing.
And this is the 4th quarter, so, you know, linemen getting beat up.
Early in the preseason.
2nd and 15. Fake the Chester dive. And going into the end zone is number 2, Johnson. Touchdown, Palm Desert.
It looked like number 3, Thies.
And the Aztecs add to their lead.
Is that a 3 or 2?
That was a 3. But I think it was Johnson that took it. Anyway, we'll get an instant replay for you in a minute.
Looks like the Aztecs are going for 2 here.
So the Aztecs overcome this 1-point deficit to take a 12-7 lead with 8:58 remaining.
They're going for 2, and that was Thies that made that touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion.
Officials gather in the middle.
Let's see what the call is. False start.
False start on the offense.
So they'll have to try again. But this time with 5 yards back.
2-point conversion is no good. They'll try it again.
Well, the Spartan pass defense has to tighten up here.
Clever.
8:58 to go game. 12-7.
And the Spartans need a stop right here.
And they will try for the 2-point conversion. Everybody's getting set. Clemmer looking. And the 2-point conversion is good with Daniel Yee on the reception.
Gets it right again.
So it will now be 14-7.
I'm surprised he was so wide open. I mean, nobody was covering him. They're going to have to go back to the film review.
We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 8:58 to go in this football game from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez. All along the border on a Friday night. This is the Valley Sports Network. For Vic Carrillo, this is John Moreno. We're coming to you live from Cal Jones Field, where the Palm Desert Aztecs out of the DVL are being hosted by the Central Spartans.
Well, John, I'll take 2 vowels as number 81, Tristan Mulahusejonovic, is getting set for the kickoff.
And Sergio Garcia, Gavin Marini back to receive, and they've usually pooched it. Gavin Marini at inside the 20. And tripped up. And about the 27. So Central will need to take full advantage of this opportunity in the fourth quarter. They're down by a touchdown.
Well, they've got to score first and then decide
8:54 left in the ball
what to
game.
do regarding the extra point. Because there's plenty of time. There's 8:54 remaining in the ball
Right.
game.
No, yeah, and if it's a, we learned about the tie situation and.
Well, they go into overtime.
Right.
And you're playing at home.
Damien with a quick pass to Sergio Garcia.
And Bubba's
And
hits that ball for a
it'll
nice
be
game.
a pickup of 7.
Pickup of 7, tackled by number 4,
Gain about 6
Titan
pass.
Wazilinkov, a junior for the Aztecs. Offensively on the line, the Spartans go with Brennan Havens at center. The guards are Osuna and Jimenez. The tackles are Jonah Huerta and Michael Taylor.
Sullivan. And Sullivan gets that first down. They'll give him that forward progress right at the 39-yard line. So move the chains for the Central Spartans.
Excellent offensive line blocking by number 50, Eli Osuna, as he manhandled number 21, Braden Irwin for the Aztecs. If Sullivan was able to break one more tackle, he could have utilized that block to get some big yardage for the Spartans. He picked up a 1st and 10 anyway, despite my commentary. And as a result, the Spartans 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Damien rolling out, pressured, and shoots it to the line.
Incomplete pass by Damien Rodriguez.
Number 91, Herrera, had him in his clutches.
He grabbed him by the shirt, by the jersey. Now they're having a conference, I believe, down there, talking about that
And we have a
grounding.
A penalty on the play. Looks like maybe intentional grounding against the Spartans.
So that's what we talked about. That's what John Seaman and the crew a few weeks ago talked about throwing out of the, in the pocket or out of the pocket. It would be okay, but in the pocket it isn't. 8 minutes, 9 seconds to go this game. So a loss of yardage on the penalty. We'll take it back to around the 29-yard line. So a 2nd and 20 for Central. Damien Rodriguez overthrows his intended receiver, Artie Estrada.
Artie Estrada brings up 3rd down for the Spartans.
So
3rd and about 20
3rd and
yards.
long coming up.
Well, Rodriguez has been uncharacteristically hit and miss in the passing game for the Spartans tonight. Came into the game with an 80% completion ratio after 2 games with 7 touchdown passes, and now he needs to get some consistency here for the Spartans to pull this out.
Short pass to Sullivan underneath. Sullivan is breaking tackles, and he is gone. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Central Spartans. Charlie Sullivan from way back at the 39-yard line. An excellent dump and run. Catches the pass right about the line of scrimmage and just runs it all the way down.
Well, you got it, John. All he had to do was get him a little running room on the outside and then leave it up to the speed and skill of Charlie Sullivan. He got a key block from Estrada here at the 40-yard line, and after that it was Katie bar the door, and he was off to the races.
So now the Spartans are going to tie the game with a point after.
With 7:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And Milos Rodriguez kicks it, and it's good. And so with 7:50 to go, we are tied at 14. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Collect your prize down by
7:50 to go, ladies and gentlemen, in this fourth quarter. An exciting catch and run by Charlie Sullivan ties the game up at 14. The Spartans kicking off, and back to receive Daniel Weiss and Stetson Stansberry.
Let's stand up for the kickoff. Spartan fans, come alive on this drive. We need a good play right here. Here we go.
Pooch to the 25.
And tackle.
And a manhandled tackle there. And that was number 21 trying to bring it back. That's Braden Irwin.
And brought down by number 12, Josiel Rodriguez, as he ran into a brick wall, and the Aztecs will take over at their own 35-yard line.
And we've got a barn burner tonight, Vic, here at Cal Jones Field.
7:46 remaining. A beautiful stadium for high school football.
We're right up at the action. There's no
running
track around it, like in many high schools.
It was designed just for football and soccer.
Weiss with a flare pass.
Pass to number 7.
And goes out of bounds at the
was
41.
Daniel Yee, the reception.
On the tackle,
Yee.
Number 8.
Who was I saying? Thesis. That's 3. I'm sorry.
Nehemiah Bettis.
So Daniel Yee will take it up 6 yards.
Well, you know those numbers that are worn on these real tight jerseys of the Aztecs, you know, they get kind of spread out so you can't see the 2, the 3, the 4. Even the 1 is difficult to call out as a 1.
I think we can't see period, but that's Chester with a handoff. First down,
and he's
crossing midfield.
And he's wearing number 5.
Yeah, we even though he's smaller, we could still see him.
Dimitri shaking up on the play.
So somebody's hurt down there.
Dimitri Chester, the ball carrier.
Referee timeout.
And it looks like they will attend to him.
It doesn't look good the way he's grimacing there. He's holding his knee, I think.
So he'll have to sit out a play.
Well, I think it was more out of frustration. He's angry that he has to sit out.
And you know about the weather at this time of the year is causing cramps. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Well, nevertheless, a great run for Chester, giving the Aztecs some life in this offensive series with 6:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game, 14-14. The ball at the 47-yard line of Central.
Clemmer with doubles. Has time going deep. Pass is caught by Thies, Cameron Thies, at the 15-yard line, inside the 15 at the 13.
He was guarded closely by his counterpart, number 3, Sergio Garcia, a sophomore running stride for stride, but the quarterback Clemmer put it only where Thies could come back to get it as he went up 2 rungs on the ladder to make that reception.
And we need the Spartan defense to come up with a big play right here.
So the Aztecs inside the 20 in the red zone at the 14-yard line.
Chester.
Dimitri gets
And nowhere to go on that one. Brought down immediately.
Number 54 and number 40.
Hit immediately by number 54,
Jacob de la Rosa.
Victor Fregosa. Just given his jersey today.
And De La Rosa was in on the stop as well. That is Cheyenne's, De La Rosa's grandson.
Reynaldo Cheyenne De La Rosa. A great basketball player for the De La Rosa dynasty in the men's league.
Clemmer looking left side. Is he inbounds? Touchdown! Palm Desert, and that's number 3. Thies.
Down with the ball.
So the Palm Desert Aztecs answering this.
Sal Carrillo, the sideline judge, making that call. Here's we see it on replay.
With the senior receiver.
Yeah, all you need is 1 foot in high school.
And that Sal Carrillo boxer, eyes like a hawk.
And a memory like an elephant.
So we get set for the Tristan Mula Husejanovic point after.
It's blocked. So that could be a difference. It's 20-14 with 5 minutes to go. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Well, here we are, Cal Jones Field, Vic. It's exciting. 20-14. Palm Desert answers the Spartans with another touchdown.
A beautiful reception by Cameron Thies to give the Aztecs the lead with 5:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll put it to Marini. Stutter steps. Dive, run, jumps over to the 32. There's a penalty flag. And number 21 for the Palm Desert Aztecs is having a tough time getting up. That's Braden Irwin.
Now, I didn't see the block by the kickoff return team, John. Was it clipping or?
Well, we'll get the call from J.J. Jackson. The white hat blocking, yep.
Blocking below the waist.
And it goes against the Spartans.
They don't call it clipping anymore, right? They call it blocking below the waist.
Well, yeah.
Or chop block.
Well, with clipping, you block in the back, clipping, when they're running down the sideline.
That was an old 50s.
Yeah.
On Heber Avenue.
10 yards.
Yeah, I remember Coach Gutierrez always, when the guy's running back, he'd stay away. Don't get a clipping call. So the ball will be placed at about the 21. And the Spartans have 5 minutes to get something done in this fourth quarter. A quick pass to Sergio Garcia, the 20, and I don't know, they looking like a horse collar, but we don't see anything out there. But a 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Move the chains. They're going to spot it at the 38.
First down, Spartans.
So with 5:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter, El Centro once again finds themselves on the short end of a 20-14 ball game. That they have the ball first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Central has to control this clock. Sullivan straight up for about a yard.
Charlie Sullivan.
Central has to control this clock. Time is taken away from them.
Well, they have to methodically ground it out, John, behind the running of Charlie Sullivan, move the ball downfield, not to, if they do score, not to give Palm Desert enough time to respond.
Well, they got plenty of arsenal with Skylar Cook, Gavin Marini, and Artie Estrada.
And don't forget Sergio Garcia, that exciting sophomore receiver.
The lone split this way, the lone split back. So 2nd and 8. Damian looking in the direction of Artie Estrada, 1st and 10. He'll pick up 12 and take it to the 49 or the 48.
Running a seam route, Estrada was able to find an open spot, and Damian hit him right on the numbers. As a result, they get the first down. They cross midfield, the ball at the 47-yard line of the Aztecs. Clock ticking, under 4 minutes to play. 3:51, 3:50.
Trips right for the Spartans. Whoa, that looked like in the neutral zone, but Sergio Garcia eluding the defenders and taking it inside the 40.
Number 7, Daniel Yee making the initial contact, with Andrew Pineda assisting on the play.
Second down for the Spartans.
It'll be 2nd and a short 2 for the Spartans. The ball at the 39-yard line of the Aztecs. 3:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Bringing in everybody tight, and timeout is called. Palm Desert. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like Palm Burgers and Beers and the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment. I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
They're after the game, they're open.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with 3:06 remaining here at Cal Jones Field. Palm Desert 20, the Central Spartans 14, but the Spartans are on the move with 3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter in a well-played and exciting football game. Sullivan, go ahead, John.
Sullivan there, that's the hand up, gets the first down, more importantly, Vic, and takes it to the 36 as the chains are moving for the Central Spartans.
Running behind the blocking of Michael Taylor and Nicholas Jimenez. He found some running room there to get that first down to keep this drive going as the clock is under 3 minutes of play now. 2:45, the ball at the 36-yard line of Palm Desert.
So he's got trips. And Sergio Garcia here to the near side. Damian looking deep. And Charlie Sullivan, the intended receiver, gets the flag as he's tripped up there by Johnson. That'll give the Spartans a first down.
That had touchdown written all over it on a down and out and up as Sullivan, as he ran the down and out, was tripped up before he could go up the field on the sideline here. And as a result, a wise play by the defensive back. Once he was faked out, he said, hey, I'd rather get the penalty than give up the 6.
Right, and he's true, and they're going to march it down the field for still more offense from the Spartans.
So as the late Vince Scully would say, John, the deuces are wild with 2:22 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And the 1st and 10 as they'll spot it at the 21. Excellent field position. Spartans in control of this game so far.
Plenty of time on the clock for this high-octane Spartan offense.
Uh-oh.
That was number 10, McNeely. A little over-eager, trying to get off the blocks there and put some pressure on the quarterback, Rodriguez.
Mental mistakes in the fourth quarter, Vic, may cost you. So they'll move it up inside the 20 or at the 21. They're discussing on the field.
And Sal Carrillo enters the mix. He's probably saying he wants pepperoni and anchovies.
Offsides on the defense, another 5 yards.
To the 16-yard line. 1st and 5. Central.
We got 1st and 5.
It can't get any better for Central Spartans right now.
Okay, 1st down and a short 5. The ball at the Aztec 16-yard line.
And Damien and Charlie have been in this situation before. Skylar Cook! Touchdown Central, Skylar Cook.
No, they might have had him short right inside the 1-yard line.
Well, they got him at the 1, so a 1st and goal for the Spartans. Excellent pass from Damien Rodriguez to Skylar Cook.
Skylar Cook split out as the H receiver in the slot, running a post pattern and going up high to make that reception on a beautifully thrown pass by Damien Rodriguez. The Spartans, with 1:45 remaining here in the ball game, have a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they're bringing in everybody in tight. Charlie Sullivan with a wildcat. He gets in. Touchdown, Central Spartans. Charlie Sullivan from a yard out takes it to the house.
And with lightning out in the outskirts on the east over Glamis, Charlie Sullivan adding to the fireworks here at Cal Jones Field with 1:30 remaining in the ball game as we get set for the Miles Rodriguez point after attempt. Gavin Marini, number 14, with a hold. Snapping the ball, Brennan Havens.
And into the stem building.
No
it
good.
Goes. Wait a minute. Is it wide?
The score is 20-20.
It's wide left.
In the ball game.
We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
And we have a
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Miles Rodriguez, 37 out of 39 point after attempts last season. Wide left on this one that could have given the Spartans the lead. As a result, with 1:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter, a tied ball game as we get set for the Miles Rodriguez kickoff. Back to receive, we have Daniel Lee along with number 3, Cameron Weiss.
And updates around the Imperial Valley. Vincent Memorial, 21-0 over El Cajon in the third quarter. Gila Ridge, 27 over South, 27-7 over Southwest in the third quarter, and Calexico and Cetis, 31-6 Calexico. Deep kick by Milos Rodriguez, fielded inside the 10.
By Yi.
Yi at the 20, 25, and thrown out of bounds, or pushed out of bounds at the 34.
That was number 12, Yaciel Rodriguez, from the defensive side, making that stop. So with a minute 25, the Palm Desert Aztecs will take over the ball at their own 33-yard line.
Here to give the offense the ball back.
Spartan defense needing to rise to the occasion. See if they can cause a turnover to get that ball back.
Clemmer and Chester. Swing pass, number 3. Thies. And knocked out of bounds, but not till he crosses midfield and inside the 45.
Breaking several tackles, in particular Nehemiah Perez had him at the 42-yard line and couldn't hang on, and as a result, Thies able to escape the grasp and across midfield to the 44-yard line of Central. A minute 16 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Brady Clemmer and company from Palm Desert tying up. We're tied up here at 20. Clemmer over the middle. Incomplete.
At 32 is right there.
Lizaola covering on that play.
Pass intended for Johnson.
Second down. And here comes
Coming out of the huddle with 1:11 to go in this football game. Palm Desert. Clemmer rolling. Overthrows his receiver. Number 9.
For the Spartans. That's
Muro.
Pressure applied by number 54 of the Spartans, that being Malachi Okan, along with number 10, Skylar Cook, blitzing on the play.
So stopping the clock with 1:05. We've got a 3rd and 10 for Palm Desert.
The ball at the 44-yard line of Central.
And the Spartans need a turnover right here. Let's go defense.
A minute 5 seconds remaining.
Brady Clemmer has time going over the middle. Uncatchable to number 3, Thies. And so a 4th and 10 will ensue with 59 seconds.
Do you go deep, John? Do you do a dump and run? Do you give the ball to Chester in the backfield? See if you
can run up. What would the Spartans be keying on? They're going to get some.
Well,
something happening here.
The corners are guarding the receivers man on man, and that's allowing the receivers to get that extra step.
So a 4th and 10 from the 44. And the Spartans are stepping up.
They split to the far side. Wide.
This is the time to step up for the Spartans.
Zarian Robinson, man on Thies.
Long count.
Estrada here on Muro.
And we have a timeout.
So they wanted to do the long count.
And the Spartans don't bite on that one.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on a 4th and 10, 58 seconds remaining. This is do or die for the Aztecs of Palm Desert.
Clemmer with a free kick, penalty flags, false start.
False start on the offense. As they attempted to punt the ball.
So a 5-yard penalty.
Do they give the Spartans an option to accept the penalty or decline it?
Not on a false start, I don't think.
Because if so, I would have declined it and taken the ball.
Right.
Yeah. With Charlie Sullivan, anywhere on the field is a good starting point.
This is critical. 58 seconds.
And here come the Aztecs.
Brady Clemmer with a 4th and 15 at the 49. He's going to punt it.
Short punt.
But it takes a Palm Desert bounce way back.
Great punt.
And
the
the Spartans got to go 98 yards, it looks like.
What I would do, John, is run Charlie Sullivan and the Wildcat every play that they can get under 49 seconds, because he's bound to break one of them.
Right, but the Spartans have 3 timeouts left that they can use if they want to run the ball.
It's Central Spartans.
So
if you believe, come on, let me hear you scream.
At the 3-yard line.
Give the ball to Charlie Sullivan, John. It's like a hop, skip, and a jump for him.
He's in the backfield with Damien. Damien completes a pass to Artie Estrada.
And Artie Estrada comes
and he'll pick up
good reception, first down for the
close to the 20-yard line.
And that's with 40 seconds remaining. You know, John, that lightning's getting closer.
And that's another reason to stop game if it's getting closer, but we don't want that to happen. Timeout is called, and I'd like to thank all our sponsors that made this broadcast possible, starting with our friends at Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating with Cesar Rodriguez, Imperial Valley College, the El Centro Police Department, the Dom team, Doug and Andrew Dom, Ojeda Industries, Tony and Patricia Ojeda, Havens Landscaping and Rock Supply, Intercare since 1970, formerly Clínicas de Salud, Esquer Realty, Mark Esquer, Burgers and Beer, Jaime Honnold, CR&R Incorporated, Ivy Welding and Mechanical, Jesus Escobar, Supervisor District 1, Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, State Farm Insurance, Sanders Incorporated Architecture and Engineering, Reach Medical Response Service, IID, Letterman and Bros, Top Notch, and Driscoll since 1979.
Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is the sole property of VSN, the Valley Sports Network. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of the owners is strictly prohibited.
So 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. This crowd is ecstatic, spreading the offense. Damien rolling, looking deep. Sergio Garcia caught at the 45. Sergio Garcia double teamed but prevails and gets a 1st and 10. Move those chains. The Central Spartans are at it again.
Garcia, only a sophomore, electrifying the crowd here with a beautiful reception. An All-Valley returnee as a freshman from last year, playing like a seasoned veteran that he is.
There's an injured Palm Desert Aztec. That's Miles Burdett, only a sophomore. And he looks, they've got the card out there. 28 seconds to go. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have an injured player on the field. We can't make his identity yet, as he's surrounded by paramedics as well as assistant coaches on both sides of the ball. It looks like our spotter in the sky says it's number 13, Miles Burdett.
And apparently, looking at the instant replay, Sergio Garcia, or was it, who was the one that caught the pass?
Sergio Garcia.
Yeah, it kind of rolled over on him. And he had a...
Well, unintentionally.
Unintentionally, yeah, they were going up for the pass. Well, he was running, going up for the pass and then bringing him down. And we just hope that he's okay.
Well, with 28 seconds remaining, the score tied 20-20. Central had an opportunity after scoring a touchdown with the Miles Rodriguez point after attempt going wide left. Palm Desert got the football with a minute remaining, able to drive across midfield, but not able to advance.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from burgers and beers and the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment. I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
So with a tie game of 2020 with 28 seconds remaining, the injury timeout will get back to reporting live action after a word from our sponsors.
Well, we've given the sponsors a lot of words tonight, Vic, and we've seen an exciting, entertaining game. We can talk about next week. So people know we'll be doing the Vincent Southwest game.
Well, we're going to be doing Vincent Memorial
against Castle Park
at Southwest High School.
At Southwest High School.
Is that a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday?
That's a Friday night game. So, but the individual down here, Burdett, is being attended to by the finest in the Imperial Valley, and hopefully the young man isn't too seriously injured. But Sergio Garcia went up for that pass, and it looked like when he came down on Burdett. But he's being tended to, and hopefully we'll be okay. So we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with 28 seconds remaining here in the ballgame at Cal Jones Field. A barnyard tussle between the visiting Palm Desert Aztecs out of the Coachella Valley and the hosting Central Spartans, here tied 20-20 in the Battle of Redemption. Last year, the Palm Desert Aztecs were down by 1, 14-13 at the half, and then they raced out in the third and fourth quarter to finish with a 54-14 game victory last season, giving the Central Spartans one of their few losses en route to the semifinals in San Diego section CIF play. And today, evenly matched. And Central had an opportunity to take the lead with a little over a minute to play after scoring a touchdown. The always sure-footed Miles Rodriguez put a little too much foot into the soccer-style kick, and with a wind, it swayed to the left, and it was wide left. And as a result, the game is in a tie. But the Spartans have the ball at the 41-yard line of the Aztecs of Palm Desert with 28 seconds remaining. It's a 1st and 10 as Burdette, the injured Aztec, is being driven off the field by ambulance. He'll be taken close by here to the El Centro Regional Hospital, and we hope the young man turns out well.
Damien and Charlie in the backfield with 28 seconds.
And here we go, let's play ball.
This is it. Damien rolling left and almost intercepted as he's looking for Artie Estrada, number 8.
Well, John,
Diego Plata.
You got to dance with who brung you. And my dance partner would be number 2, Charlie Sullivan. Just give him the ball and get out of the way.
We got about 19.5 seconds left.
What say you with 19.5 seconds remaining?
No, you've got to go with the one that brung you. You know, you got to dance with that guy. And Charlie has been all over the field tonight, getting those clutch plays.
2nd and 10 at the 41. John Moreno with a call.
Here we go. Damien Rodriguez. Back to pass. Looking for Sergio. Oh, Sergio Garcia. And wasn't quite there this time, but they'll bring it back and get another shot. They get 2 more shots, Vic.
Broken up by Cameron Thies, running stride for stride with Garcia down the near sideline. Garcia had the ball in his hands for a moment, but Thies, with a left-handed swipe, was able to knock it out. So how do you like that for excitement?
I love it. This is a great game.
So 3rd and 10, they have 2 plays to reach pay dirt.
And man-to-man coverage.
Sullivan out of the backfield.
And he's going deep over the middle and looking for Charlie Sullivan, but Orther throws him and it's uncatchable.
Number 42, Zachary Gibbs covering on the play.
Timeout is called.
9 seconds left in the ball game.
We may go into overtime if Central does not score, and then they'll do the coin toss, and whoever wins the toss will get the ball at the 25 and will have a chance to get it in. We saw this happen at the first week with Blythe or Palo Verde and Calexico. Now all teams or all games in the San Diego CIF section, if they end in a tie at regulation, at the end of regulation, they go into overtime. And in the past, it wasn't like that. It would be a tie on the record.
So even an intersectional game with Palm Desert in the southern section of CIF playing Central from the San Diego CIF, would that game be played in?
Well, Central is throwing a party, so it's at their house. So I guess under the rules that apply are that CIF San Diego section rules. So with the Spartans with one more try on a 4th and 10, the ball at the 41-yard line, 8.9 seconds to go. This is it. Opening up the formation. Uh-oh. Flags.
Everybody's offsides.
Get a false start on the offense.
So a penalty against
5
El
yards.
Centro.
Still 4th down.
And they'll spot it at the 46. So a long way to go, 46 yards for Damien and the Spartans. Damien scrambling, looking up, sacked at the 50.
Damien Rodriguez is sacked in the backfield.
They still have one more timeout.
4 seconds left in the ball game, and here come the Aztecs.
No, the Aztecs get the ball with 4 seconds remaining.
Oh, that's
John.
it. That's it. They blew. They let it go. So my sense is they'll go take a knee and go into overtime, or give one shot to the end zone.
The ball being at midfield, they've got nothing to lose in this preseason game.
They're going. If they don't make it, it'll end up in a tie anyway.
Right, I'd go for all the marbles.
And that's what they're doing.
And the Spartans come out on defense. Looks like a prevent.
Clemmer. He is going. Airs it out. And
incomplete.
Pass interference. Number 6 for the Spartans. And number 3, the intended receiver.
That was Thies and Zarian Robinson for the Spartans covering. But was a flag thrown on against offensive interference by the receiver?
I believe his back. No, I think it was. It looked like the defender had his back to the quarterback.
Called against the Spartans.
So it'll be pass interference against the Spartans. And the game can end on a defensive penalty, right?
But it's not at the spot of the foul.
So they're going to give it one more shot with no time on the clock. And everybody's waiting in anticipation. Clemmer over the middle, a man is open, intercepted!
Skylar Cook.
Cook! And we'll go down at the 35.
Interception for
and
Skylar Cook with his 4th interception of the year. 3 consecutive games here with an interception to his resume.
And that's the end of regulation. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away and you'll stay alive.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beers and the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment. I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Well, we're going into overtime. The end of regulation has happened, and it's overtime. The ball will be placed at the 25-yard line, with Palm Desert getting a chance to take it into the end zone.
All right, Spartan fans, come alive for this drive. We need
So
you right now.
Palm Desert, 1st and 10 in overtime. Clemmer, Chester, running the right side.
And Chester keeps the ball.
Brought down by number 22, Jared Martin, along with Lizaola and Skylar Cook.
Takes it inside the 20.
So there's no clock in this. It's just keep getting first downs or score.
Right.
And then the Spartans would have to match whatever, or do if it's a field goal. If they score a touchdown, the Spartans have to match with a touchdown.
Right.
But if it's a field goal,
a touchdown will win it.
Right.
So 2nd and 4. Fake it to Chester. Shoot it to number 2, Johnson.
Number 2 gets the first down. That's Dawson.
And he'll take it to the 10, inside the 10. So 1st and goal. They'll get a shot. They'll get 4 opportunities.
So 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Central.
Actually, they're inside the 10, 1st and
That's
goal.
what it looks like from here.
Brady, Clemmer.
Chester.
Left side, and he slips and inside the 5 now with a 2nd and goal from about the 4.
2nd and goal for the Aztecs. Let's go fans, where are my students at?
So they're getting a 2nd and goal in overtime. Chester all
He's
the way
in.
through, touchdown, Palm Desert in overtime.
In for a touchdown.
So running behind the blocking of Fuentes, Arciniega, and Forti, Chester able to get in. Palm Desert 26, and we wait for the point after, whether it's going to be a kick
And here comes Brady Clemmer.
or if they're going to go for 2. I don't see number 81,
The placeholder.
Tristan Mulahuse Jonovic.
No, they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. If they don't make it through and Central scores, you've got the foot of Miles Rodriguez. That could be the difference. They're going for 2. And, oh, it's a tip drill caught by number 9. That's Liam Muro. It caromed off the intended receiver and went up in the air and was caught by Liam Muro.
Well, it was broken up by Skylar Cook hitting the ball, and you thought that was the end of the play, but Muro alertly in the back of the end zone came up with a carom before it hit the ground, and as a result, it's a 2-point conversion, 28-20.
Now it's Central's turn.
So that missed extra point in the closing minute of the regulation looms big for the Spartans.
If anyone can do it, you know it's the Central Spartans.
So now the Spartans trying to match an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a score for a score.
And Damian Rodriguez. Quick pass. Sergio Garcia taking it down the sideline. Touchdown Central. Just like that.
So Damian Rodriguez with a quick flare out to the flat, and Sergio Garcia taking it all the way through, breaking a couple of tackles as he raced up the field.
And now Central has to make it a 2-point.
And if anyone can do it, you know who it is. It's the Central Spartans.
They got Charlie Sullivan.
And the Wildcat.
And the Wildcat, he'll take it. But they'll stop the play in action.
Timeout, Aztecs.
So the Aztecs called a timeout before that 2-point conversion attempt, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Well, we're here for Central's point after. They're going for 2 to tie this game. And Charlie Sullivan in his usual stance in the Wildcat. And he has pressure and can't get in there. And the Palm Desert Aztecs prevail 28-26 in this overtime game here at Cal Jones Field. What a game, Vic.
An outstanding game played by both Palm Desert and the Central Spartans going into overtime, and the Spartans not able to convert on that 2-point play, and as a result, drop a heartbreaker 28-26 to the Palm Desert Aztecs.
You got to hand it to Palm Desert. They played well tonight. Central, we felt that they weren't at their level, at their own level to play as they've been playing the last couple of weeks, Mount Carmel, Point Loma. But what an outstanding display of sportsmanship and athleticism by both teams tonight.
No, an outstanding game to call, an outstanding game to view, and more importantly, an outstanding game to witness here of all the fans that are in attendance. So kudos to Friday Night Lights and Valley Sports Network.
And we'd like to thank Will Torres, our program director, who's here with us tonight. We'd also like to thank our technician in the booth, Jose Alejos, and our cameraman, who just got in from Ensenada, Luis Panchito Garcia, and of course, all the people, our sponsors, our viewers that make this broadcast possible. Ladies and gentlemen, join us next week from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night when the Valley Sports Network will host the Castle Park Trojans at Southwest High School against the Vincent Memorial Scots. And we'll let you know what VSN North will be doing later on this week. For Victor Carrillo, this is John Moreno of Bulldog Media bringing you live coverage of Imperial Valley football, saying good night on VSN, the Valley Sports Network.